The following is an important message from Leaf fans. Hi, do you know a Dallas Stars fan? Are they your classmates, a co-worker, or maybe even a member of your family? Well, Leaf fans, today might be a good day to pat them on the back, dust off their shoulder, and tell them they are not alone. And then point and laugh at them, because who the hell costs them a lead like that? Are you just gonna get hammered? Get me a toaster. Magic Angel Robot from Winnipeg! What the hell are you talking about? This team is ruining my life! Might as well start with that game. The Anaheim Ducks win 5-4 in overtime over the Dallas Stars, and in doing so, move on to round 2. The Stars are eliminated. Stars. I mean, look at it this way. It was 4-2 and not 4-1. I mean, everyone's ripping the Stars saying that they leafed last night. No, the Leafs blew it in Game 7. This was in Game 6 and they had a chance to force Game 7. The Stars ruined poor Tyler Seguin. To go through that again. And you know, everyone criticizes him, but he's a good guy. The kind of guy who'd give you the shirt off his own back without you even asking him. I had to. Ducks fans, I'll get to you. Stars fans, it gets better. You know, the Dallas Stars have nothing to be ashamed of. I did not think the Stars would push the Ducks like this. Game 6 and almost forcing a Game 7. They play that series all over again, maybe Dallas wins. But all year I looked at the Stars and I was like, man, I really like this team. And I was kind of afraid to say it because like, maybe they're just on a hot streak. I don't want to get invested and be like, check out these guys, and then they suck. Nope, damn good. Some obvious holes, but young and pretty good. That Nichushkin, Seguin, and Ben line is going to be monstrous. It's already pretty gross. If I was a betting man, I'd put the Stars back in the playoffs next year. Now the Ducks, holy crap. Ducks getting outplayed during the game, the Stars building up that 4-2 lead, but when the Ducks just put their mind to scoring a goal, I don't know if there's a better team in the league at it. Like, I'm talking about extra attacker and they are just swarming your net. If you're a goalie in that situation, your mission in life is to grab the puck and hold it, face off, take the chance. You do not want Ryan Getzlaf, Corey Perry, and then these new guys like Devontae Smith-Pellet. They're all huge and they're all pretty good. So this is no insult to Dallas. It's not surprising that the Ducks were able to pull that off. I don't know if there's a scarier team in close than the Ducks. And now we have a guaranteed All-California series in the conference final. We just don't know who. The New York Rangers win 4-2 over the Philadelphia Flyers. They take a 3-2 series lead in the playoffs. At least one team won in New York yesterday. Well, the Raptors bandwagon's gonna need new struts after I hop on that thing after over half a decade. Anyway, hockey. That's why I'm making these videos, I think. Now, Flyers fans, I don't want you to take any offense to this, but as I watch this series, I keep going, New York is the better team, right? Like, I'm pretty sure, based on what I've seen, New York is better. Obviously, they got a 3-0 lead. Mark Stahl, Brad Richards, Dominic Moore. I'm gonna think that. But this isn't the first time in this series where the Rangers have gotten off to a really hot start in the game, and they just, it looks like, how could the Flyers possibly beat them? And then here come the Flyers. So what is that? Is that the Flyers just having that extra gear when they're down? Or is it the Rangers just not being able to, you know, finish the job? They finished the job in this one, of course, but I look at the Rangers, I look at almost every team in these playoffs, and I'm like, why can't you hold on to a multi-goal lead? Speaking of the Flyers, last time I talked about them in a video, I was just going on about, Voracek and Couturier and all these young guys. The Flyers had two guys I barely remember on the team. One I completely forgot. Vincent LeCavalier scores, and I'm like, oh, right. Seeing him not in a Lightning jersey is, like, pretty weird. And Hal Gill is a Flyer? Did not know he was still playing. But that reminds me, yet another guy with a Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup ring playing for the Flyers. Max Talbot did it, and then his teammate from that exact same team, Hal Gill. If the Rangers are able to close out the Flyers in 6, look the hell out. Because they got a pretty good shot at beating whoever comes out of the Pittsburgh-Columbus series, no offense to those teams. And then they got to play the winner of Boston and Montreal, who are just gonna beat the hell out of each other. Last but not least, the Stanley Cup Final is over! The Chicago Blackhawks win 5-1 over the St. Louis Blues. The Blues are out. The Blackhawks move on. I don't want that series to be over. I definitely don't want the series to be over like that. And it was so close for so long. I know that Patrick Sharp goal was kind of fluky, but Miller's gotta have that. I'm no goalie coach, but that thing was sliding along the ice at the speed of smell. And yet again, a damn fine looking St. Louis Blues team knocked out first round. That's how hard it is to win in the West. One year the Blues look amazing, they get the Kings. The next year they look even more amazing, they get the Blackhawks. The Blues might have been the second or third best team in the West for 2 straight years, and no playoff series wins to show for it. The one thing that I hope comes out of this, besides another entertaining series from the Blackhawks, Blues, don't panic. There's all this talk about, oh, they might get rid of Hitchcock. Don't be stupid. Look around the NHL. It's a league full of teams making stupid stupid knee-jerk reactions. The Washington Capitals were destroying teams, and then one year they run into an extraordinarily hot Yaroslav Halak and they lose. It ruined the Capitals. They've never been the same since, never been able to replace Bruce Boudreau. George McPhee just lost his job. How many coaches have they gone through now? The Vancouver Canucks were monstrous. If they played that Stanley Cup final against Boston 10 more times, they'd probably win it 9, but they decided, nope, we gotta get bigger and tougher. Bun your skill, and it just kept dipping until they were this year's Canucks. And of all the teams to fire their coach or do something drastic, not the St. Louis Blues, who have been one of the top 5 teams in the league for at least 2 straight years now. Not a very old team, actually a pretty young team, only getting better, and I don't think you'll have any trouble luring anyone to play on the Blues. Stay the course, you're sick. And now, pray for whoever comes out of the Colorado-Minnesota series, for they now get the Chicago Blackhawks. A team that always wins, and when they don't care. Down 3-0 to the Canucks in 2011, they forced Game 7 in overtime, they almost won that series. Down 3-1 to Detroit, they went on to win the Cup, I think, and then there was this one. And nobody remembers the images of them coming back because there's images of the Stanley Cup that kind of overshadow them. The Chicago Blackhawks are a modern-day dynasty, and they might be geared up for another one. Which means congratulations to whoever gets them in round 2. I just jinxed them, you won. Question of the night, do you think the Blackhawks are the closest thing we currently have to a dynasty? Do you think the Stars can make the playoffs again next year? Are the Ducks the best team in California? And are the Rangers a legitimate threat to win the East? That's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Didn't make a video for the night before, so you know what? Check out the brand new Panago Pizza Steve Dangle podcast, link below. I talk about all the stuff that I would have mentioned in that video. Tell all your friends, and I will see you next time.